Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Broken Crayon Still Color Podcast. My name is Tara, your host, and I just want to jump right into our episode today. People will always show you who they are. People will show you who they are day in and day out. You will see them, see their flaws, see that they are toxic, and something in you will still draw you to them. Why is that? Why do we accept the bare minimum and then make it personal or take it personal when they do something that is normal for their behavior? I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks. Like, why do we put ourselves in the position of being harmed? And when I say harm, I don't always mean physically, but why do we put ourselves in a position of being upset in the future when we know that this person is capable of doing just that? Going throughout life, um, there are different type of people in the world. You have your manipulators. You have your genuine, good-hearted people who wouldn't hurt a fly. You have those who are just quiet, reserved to themselves. They're just trying to get to the next day. You have those who you will bond with, those who you won't bond with. You will have those who you like their vibe, you match their vibe, you guys become close friends. You'll have those who you match their vibe in one season, but you don't match it in another season. All in all, there are different type of people that we meet throughout life and that we connect with. But why is it that we seem to have the hardest time letting go of those who we know that will never match what we need? And I'm not even talking about romantic relationship. I'm talking about this can be like a genuine friendship. Why do we attach ourselves to people that we know? I don't quite know if you're what I need right now, but sometimes we can see a person's flaws and we can see a person's bad behavior, manipulative spirit. We can see all of that and we ignore it because we think, I can change this person or I can change that person. I am here today. I was sent to you personally to let you know that you will never change that individual. I think most of the times when we walk around with hurt feelings, it's because we hurt our own feelings, because we tried to change a person who deep down we know we could never change. I read an article the other day. I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I read an article the other day that says we fall in love an average of 4 times throughout our lifetime. And as I was looking at it, I was like, 4 times? What? It's like we fall in love an average of 4 times. And the reason why I said that is because when seasons change, people change. And we have the ability to where if we don't like that person in that season, we move on. And I was thinking, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. But a part of it, I think, a part of why the article says we do that. I don't want to say we do that because some people may not have experienced this. The article said we do that. Is because some of us get into type of relationships where we think we can change somebody. And when the seasons go on, the seasons change, and we realize that we couldn't change a person, we then move on. You cannot change anyone, no matter how good your heart is, no matter how genuine you are, no matter how hard you listen, no matter how much you spend on them, no matter how much you give them good advice, no matter how much you spend time around them. You cannot change a person. A person only changes when they want to change. You can do nothing about it. Now, you may can influence the change, but as far as you physically changing them, it won't happen. I am the type of person where by nature I'm genuine. By nature, I'm emotional. Because of this, I will give everything I own to people who I know have no intention of doing the same for me. I've gotten out of that a lot the older I get. But growing up, that was my thing. I'd give it all. I'll pour all this love, I'll pour all this care, I'll pour what I have, knowing deep down that if the roles were reversed, other people couldn't reciprocate it. Like I said earlier, most of the times when we go through heartbreak, it's because we broke our own heart. There were clear, concise signs as to why we should have let that person go, or let that thing go, or let that job go, or let whatever, let it go. And we ignored it because we, high and mighty, chip on shoulder, back straight, head lifted, thought we could change the situation ourselves. You ever had a situation where you were interested in someone and you tell your friends you were interested in that person and they were like, I don't know. I don't know about that person because XYZ, that, this, that, and the third. I don't know about, you know, I heard this, and this. And in your mind, you heard all of the things lined up. And please understand and know, I'm not saying, negate what your friends are saying or listen to everything your friends are saying about a person. But for this example, I want you guys to take it as that. They were telling you all this negative stuff, and in your mind, chip on shoulder, back straight, head lifted, you said, "Oh, they're not going to do that with me. I'm going to change them. They're not going to do that with me. I just know they're not going to do that with me." And lo and behold, if they didn't do the exact thing that they were known for doing. That's really comical to me as well. I get kind of tickled about it because people will do to us what we known them to do to others, and we get surprised and shocked when they do what they're known for doing. A liar is going to lie to you. You are not exempted from the lie. If they are telling you how they manipulated and lied to 80 other people, what makes you special? What makes you think they're not going to lie to you? They're known for lying. They're a liar. If a man is a womanizer and all you've known him to be is a womanizer, and he's actually told you stories about him being a womanizer, what makes you think that he will not do the same to you? Now, understand and know, please take this lightly. And people can change. People have the ability to change. I would never sit here on this platform and make it seem like a person cannot change and you cannot be the reason for their change. I don't want that to be what you take from this. Like, you cannot change a person. But at the end of the day, the person has to want to change, right? I have been in a situation where I hurt my own feelings. I heard this person talking, I heard what they were saying. They would talk about how they got over on other people. And then when the time came and they got over on me, I was shocked. And then funny, funny thing is, I was shocked as they did not give me the rule book. They didn't give me the playbook. Why are you shocked? They had it listed out for you. This is how they move. This is how they operate. Oh, you thought you were different. Ah, you thought they were telling you this for just some giggles and some fun. No, no, no. They were giving you the playbook of how they run their life. And so when they did it to you, you become shocked and hurt. You hurt your own feelings. God set everything up as so for you to see how this person moved and you ignored it. We have to be very, very, very careful not to diminish ourselves by trying to be everything to everybody that we know deep down could not be everything to you. As we are in the fourth quarter of 2024, 2024 has taught me a lot about myself. I will volunteer as Tribune to talk about myself in this aspect. 2024 has told me a lot about myself. 2024 has revealed to me, though I kind of always knew this, is that I like to be alone, but not all the time. Like, I like my space to recharge, regroup, like a phone. Once the battery starts going low, I got to be alone to recharge, right? I like that, but I don't want that permanently, right? But 2024 has also taught me to be selective of the people I choose in my life, the people I choose to give my energy to, the people I choose to give my time to. I I was, let's back up. I was the only child for a while. Me and my sister are 10 years apart. I was the only child for a while. My cousins did not stay in the same city as me. I learned how to be alone, but I didn't like to be. So I learned how to be alone. I learned how to be in my own space, surrounded by my own energy, but it's not something I would choose on a day-to-day basis, right? I think more people need to learn how to be alone. Be alone with yourself, be alone with your thoughts, process that so that when you do come in contact with other people, you will be able to notice off the bat, this person vibe is not right. This person is a manipulator. This person is a liar. I don't feel safe in this person's presence. Ooh, that's a whole nother topic for another day, but we're going to stay there for a while. I don't feel safe in this person's presence. This person's presence makes me uneasy. Feeling safe in someone's presence, to me, yeah, physical, but I'm talking about emotional safety. Do I feel emotionally safe in this person's presence? Can I go into deep detail about my life, my goals, my aspirations, my feelings? Do I feel safe to confront them if they did something that hurt my feelings? Or if they did something that I feel, I just want to talk about. I really didn't like how that made me feel. Do I feel safe enough in this person's presence to do that? Do I feel emotionally safe where if I'm having a bad day, I can talk to you about it and it stays there. It doesn't become a Facebook post. It doesn't become the topic of discussion at your dinner table. Do I feel emotionally safe? That if I just wanted to sit and cry, that I could do that with you. We have got to learn in our adult life to put ourselves in the presence of people that we feel emotionally safe around and not people we just, nah, I don't want to be lonely. So I want friends. I want to go on a girls' trip. So I want somebody to sit down and, you know, we go for dinner after work with. We got to start being selective of the people we allow in our space. We have got to be more selective of the people we give our energy to. Guys, life is getting harder by the day. And if you're a spiritual person, yeah, you can pray. But I think a lot of our depression and a lot of our low self esteem and a lot of our just not feeling adequate enough to carry out tasks is based on the people we surround ourselves with. You need to surround yourselves with people that you can say, man, I'm having a terrible day. Let me tell you what happened. And they can say, man, I'm having a terrible day too. Let me tell you what happened. And by the end of the conversation, you guys are laughing about something. because all you needed was each other. I saw a post on Facebook, and I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the post word for word, but it was saying that some people feel like medicine to you. And we all know medicine. Medicine is something that can help treat the symptoms of whatever you're going to, if not cure it. We need people who are like medicine to us, that in instant contact with that person, we heal a little bit. An instant conversation, an instant reminder, something about them heals you a little bit. Being emotionally safe with someone is so necessary in today's time. On the flip side of that, we want to be around people that we feel emotionally safe around, but we also need to be people that others can feel emotionally safe around. Not everyone needs your opinion or your strategic plan for how to help them in their situation. They just want to vent. Some people just want to vent. They just want someone to just dump it on. Now, understand and know, if you are not in an emotional space to handle that in that time frame, let that be known as well, right? Because the last thing you want is for someone to dump something on you and then you can't dump it in the atmosphere or whatever. And now you're heavy with your problems and their problems. So if you're not in a space where you can handle that, let that be known. Say, hey, I understand you had a hard day, but I need to get myself together real quick. Let me call you back. Or I understand you had a hard day, but can we just like not talk about work right now? Can we not talk about the kids right now? Can we like not talk about bills right now? Can we? And that's okay. Being emotionally safe around a person means that no matter what, you are able to express yourself in an honest and clear way. I titled this show today Vibe Check. And now I'm rethinking that. Um, but I titled it Vibe Check because I think in this moment, in this day and age, in this fourth quarter of 2024, we really need to check our vibes, but then the vibes of other people. Like we need to make sure that we are good with ourselves and that we are being 100% with the people around us, that the people we call our closest friends. I want to leave you with something today as I wrap up this episode. Aura, energy, and vibes don't lie. They don't lie. So if you have someone in your life where you're not, no, let me back up. If you have someone in your life where you're like, you know what, I need to reevaluate this connection. Do I feel emotionally safe around this person? Am I 100% myself around this person? Does this person have my best interest at heart? Will this person lie to me? Will this person deceive me? And once you go through all of that and you decide, I want you to then ask yourself, so what am I going to do about it? If your choice is to stay in that connection, that's your choice. But if that is your choice, I want you to ask yourself, why am I choosing to be in connection with someone who I know I don't feel emotionally safe around? They can emotionally abuse me at any point in time. They're capable of doing it. I know they're capable of doing it. So, what in me still wants to be connected to that person? And then do some soul searching. Find out what the cause is, what the root is. And when you're able, have a conversation with that person. As you go throughout this week, I want you to remember two things, two very important things. Being safe around an individual is being able to be completely vulnerable and knowing that what you say and what you do around them stays there. Being emotionally safe around a person is equivalent to being physically safe around a person, that you know they wouldn't hurt you. And if anything happened, they had your back. They would try to help protect you at all costs. Physical and emotional safety is hand in hand. One's internal, one's external. I want you to check your circle, to check the people you confide in, and ask yourself, do I feel safe or is this one sided? Do I feel emotionally safe and they don't feel emotionally safe? Or do they feel emotionally safe around me and I don't feel emotionally safe around them? And then have a conversation. I thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Broken Crayon Still Color podcast. As always, stay true to yourself, show up and be you. I'll see you guys next time.